This is it. It's electric.
Next time on the season finale of Survivor. Everything you got.
My best shot is if we don't sit next to each other.
Hearts are going to be broken.
It's an epic showdown.
Ooh, that's right. The season finale of one of television's most watched and most celebrated reality competition shows is happening in less than 12 hours right here on KDKA.
And no one knows what will go down on those final days of Survivor better than the runner-up of season 44, our friend, Pittsburgh's own Heidi Lagares-Greenblatt. And after the very first episode, Heidi told us who she thought would go all the way. And let's just say she did pretty darn well.
I did.
Yeah, you did. If you do say so yourself. So take a look at what she had to say. Okay.
So number one, show him.
Joe and Eva.
Joe and Eva had a very intimate moment. So
like.
last one, Mitch. I think if I have to pick a sole survivor, like a winner pick, my winner pick will be Mitch.
All right.
Okay.
You correctly predicted 3 of the final 5.
That's right.
For the season. You know what it takes. I mean, we already knew that.
Absolutely. Actually, I mentioned 4 names, and the 4th name that I mentioned that's no longer in the finale was just kicked off last week.
So very close.
So
yeah.
very
See,
close.
can you gamble on this? I should have taken your picks and put money on it. You probably somewhere you can.
For the record,
Not that we're saying you should do that.
I'm typically not this good at predicting, right? Because you kind of do it based on biases. But this time I made those predictions after watching the first episode. So I think I kind of knew from the first episode what I could see what's happening, right? But if I make predictions before meeting them, I'm typically wrong. So I'm so glad I did so well on this prediction.
Okay, so we whittled it down now.
Yeah. So let's go through your predictions. First off, your top contenders.
Yeah.
You have 2, right?
So I have 2 top contenders. Joe, I think he has an incredible background. He is a firefighter. He's been one of the favorites. A lot of the other contestants usually call him the leader. He won a lot of challenges, so I think he's set up really well, positioned really well to win the whole game. Now, my second contender is Kyle, and you get to see them both in this short clip. Kyle was not in my top list, was not in my predictions, but he's totally one of my favorites. He's played an incredible game. He's in the core alliance. He has some secret alliance, great strategy, and then he kicked off his biggest competition last week. So I really think both of them are in the top 2 for what I think could be the winner tonight.
All right, and let's talk about the middle contender here.
Yes, the middle contender, her name is Camila. She is not in the core alliance, but and everyone thought she was an underdog, but she has some secrets. She has a good alliance with Kyle that nobody knows about it, and I really think if she has a great speech tonight, she could easily win.
She could do it.
Yes.
Debate club, that pays off sometimes.
Yeah, having secrets that nobody knows in the game, you shock everyone when you're doing your speech. So I really think that helps her to make a case for herself.
All right, long shots, but not out, and there are 2 names here.
Yeah, long shots, Mitch and Eva. They both have been very open about their disabilities, speech disability and autism, and they have incredible stories, but they don't seem to have the agency that they need to win the game, according to a lot of the comments that we have heard throughout the season. Yeah. But in all honesty, I think every single one of them has a shot. I truly think it's going to come down to their speech and this last episode. Do they win? Do they make fire? What will happen for them?
Right.
What was through the course of the season? What do you think for you was like the biggest upset or the biggest moment of the season?
So this season has been very interesting and different than previous seasons because there hasn't been that many backstabs. It's been just the core alliance winning the whole way and making it to the end. But I think the biggest thing has been talking openly about their disabilities and how they can accomplish so many things even with those disabilities, and it's been very inspiring. I cannot wait to watch tonight to see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, and compared to when you played, is the game changing? I mean, is it different every season?
I think it's different every season because of the people. Because the people, it's unscripted, right? So the people is what makes what the season is all about. I truly think every season is different, purely because of the people.
Do you think Jeff Probst will ever get tired of hosting? Because if they need a new host, Heather and I are available.
I'm not.
Heather's like, no,
You're not
I'm not
doing
doing
this? I think it'd be a hoot.
I'm curious because we don't get to see the behind the scenes, and in a lot of reality TV, I think there's this idea that the producers will ask you certain questions to kind of like, did you know that what they're up to?
Absolutely.
So are they kind of like egging you a little bit?
It's not scripted at all, right? So they ask you questions, you say and act whatever way you want.
Yeah.
Of course, there's an edit behind this, so they can choose what to edit, but it's unscripted, and what you see is pretty much what happens there.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
we
so
love
interesting.
talking to you, Heidi. I love the insight, and I love your energy. And so Joe and Kyle, top contenders.
We're looking
Yes.
for them tonight.
We'll
Thank
see.
you,
We'll see if I'm right or wrong.
I know. Place your bets tonight. The epic 3-hour season finale of
Don't
Survival.
encourage
The 48 takes place tonight at 8 p.m. right here on KDKA.
All right, so make sure you tune in to see if one of Heidi's top 2 contenders, Joe or Kyle, take home the $1 million and the very coveted title of Sole Survivor.
And don't worry, Heidi will be back in PTL. The tribe has spoken on that.
Yeah.
We need her back.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
never vote you off the island. Okay. Do you think salad is just lettuce and dressing? Well, think again. Rainey is giving summer greens a glamorous upgrade with a fresh and zesty dish. She's showing Katie how to turn simple ingredients into a vibrant Middle Eastern masterpiece, and that's coming up next.